I tell these niggas, I try to tell these niggas I wasn't nothing to play with. I be really feeling bad for people when karma comes around to get them. Because when it come down to you and me, all the negative energy and the evil eye and the ill wishing and the psychic attacks, a little sabotage and bad energy spells and shit like that. I mean, they try to keep you down. They try to like put you in a place where you can't get up. But I really discovered how to beat the whole situation. Because the truth is you create your ops. All them times when we was watching the movies and it was like all that slapstick comedy and niggas is like always run into a situation and it made it sensationalized, you know what I mean? Like it made it interesting for a person to have all that drama in their life. But I think we related to it too much. And there's a possibility that when it says tell a vision or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, of course it tells the imagination of the director of the movie, but at the same time, it's like, this your vision. You know, like what you pay attention to, it becomes that, you know what I mean? Like your life becomes what you give gratitude or love to or laughter to. So a lot of things that were misfortune, people falling and things like that can really, you know, you laughing at that can really just actually just bring it into your life. I've seen a lot of things like that. I was going to say things of that nature happening, especially when I got the Reiki attunement. Did more and more, like my manifestation speeded up, of course, so with the Reiki attunement. And you know, just basically the things I was thinking about was coming to me. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all right now. Like, you create your own resistance. You create your own opposition. You've been inspired, bombarded, influenced, whatever you want to call it, to relate to life and create a structure of thought and existence in life according to the traditions of the television. You know, mom and dad had to go to work. Back in the 80s and 90s, how many people were babysat by the television? My thing is, I thought that shit was weird. And I have a thing with the television, like, I remember I used to tell my husband back in the day, like, I think they can watch you through that shit. And now they got a special about the Samsung TVs that they can watch you through that shit. I mean, I be feeling energy, but I don't deny myself. You know, like, I'm not going to watch these movies. Like, I watch a lot of Disney movies, and they gave me a lot of energies and emotions that I feel as though I didn't need. I wasn't really even experiencing those things. And I wasn't attracting those things into my life. If you know about law of attraction, I wasn't attracting those things into my life until I was, you know, considering these concepts that were being created for me from other individuals, either imagination or they could have wanted to program. It's either or. However, I was wondering one day, like 2 days ago, I asked myself, I said, is it possible? Let me move my hair out the way. I'm trying to move my hair out the way so you guys can see me. I said to myself, is it possible that we can all just have a positive life, positive energy? It don't have to be ups and downs. And this is when God led me on a journey to see in my mind that it was actually some of the things our families already experienced, right? As generational curses. You know, we're going to talk about that next. The television is a friend. It's an influence, just like music. It's like, just like they say, the 5 friends you hang around every day is what you become. You know, you become like those shows. And when you listen to that music, you start to get the fandomonium. You start to get, I love Genuine back in the day. That was like the last person. And I'm not trying to be rude, but look at what he's become. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, these are regular people. And, we're all tired. We're all old, after a while. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, we look at these people like they're gods. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. It's okay to worship one another sometimes. It's just to worship another person more than yourself, or to destiny swap with these energies, to idolize these energies. I mean, I think a lot of things were sins in the Bible, or just violations of a lot of things in religions, because it was more methods to not have to suffer anymore with the human condition. When you listen to that music and you listen to those movies, you become those things. So if it's Boys in the Hood and it's Menace to Society, that's what the fuck you'll become. And I'm just trying to understand if that's just what y'all wanted. Did y'all want to go along with that? Was that entertainment? Was it an experience to be had? That wasn't an experience. It was only relatable because it had the same buildings, or maybe it got filmed in the same place with the same people with the same skin color. But it's like, it really never had to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Again, what we look at is like what we're processing. So, of course, eventually it was going to show up in somebody's reality. And I hate to say it, but maybe it was a tool to create that. I mean, a lot of people now are talking about Tyler Perry and tired of seeing this black beat down woman. What's this supposed to mean? That's how you look at the po niggles. I'm just trying to understand it all. I'm just like, what did y'all expect? This is psychological warfare. This isn't a fucking game. And then how the designer shit was nothing. It was all a lie. Fake jewelry, fake butts. So what's the meaning of life? They done distracted you all this fucking time. They had something going on. What was the meaning of life? The meaning of life was really you. What are we here for? We're here to create. Okay? And I feel like I said with the last video, some of y'all have a purpose to be politicians, law layers. Like, it's going to be a lot of corruption that's going to be rooted out. The dark times and the times of being evil are done. A lot of people are getting karma because they didn't heed the call of God, and they didn't stop to heal the generational curses in their family. That's so funny. I heard something before that I said generational curses, general curses, general curses. And God is saying now what general curses is people just saying things to you. Like, curse is like confusion and distortion. And we used to write in cursive. So this is where I got this idea from too, as well as being led telepathically from our creator. But I just, print is plain and cursive is distorted. And it's a lot of words that are triple fold meaning. Like, it's a lot of symbology that's out there that affects you, demonic seals. And it doesn't really, it's not really negative. It just has an elemental, like, correspondence. Like anything on the chemical chart, hormonal chart in the body, it has its job. But again, how do we not activate resistance or opposition? It's what this video is about. I'm just talking too. Like, I don't have any, like, you all could imagine if I had a whiteboard and I can like draw out. Like, I'm going to get that. That's really important to me. That's all I can think about obsessively, besides my husband. Is get a whiteboard. But I feel like even me and him are telepathically talking. And I do want to talk to y'all about the very unique relationship I've had with him, because it's been very like spirit. It's been a journey, and through the things that I've gone through with him, I'm able to match up my life and relate on a parallel. That's a true partner. And I feel like with the movies and the music and just everything, they're just trying to break families. Like I talked about that. The only way to really get past resistance is to stop creating it. There's like a nervous system response when it comes down to like fight or flight. And I believe resistance is a part of fear. Most things stem from fear, hate, or love and gratitude. And it's like, to me, either or. You know, we have a polarity. We need these polarities to generate energy. We need the opposite. So you have enough force or gravitational pull, or you have you have these limitations that really have been taught to you. You've been taught limitations. So I say this word quantify. When you quantify that in the mind, that I want, like, for example, I want to go to that movie, but I don't have any money. And making money, okay, the limitation or the gate, the gatekeeper of the possibilities of what was already free. You already created money. You already created your own existence. Okay, like, you, of course, you come through your parents and stuff, and God's the facilitator of the reality, but you chose to be here. So there's a purpose for you. Your every day must be provided for. But it's like, if you want the path of least resistance, you must stop resisting life. And the things that are truly in your heart, you really have to let them out. No matter how weird it is, no matter how different you are, no matter how old he is, you love where you got to go at, like, it's a journey. And we have a choice in the journey. We have a choice to start the journey or which journey. Everything's a journey, it's a path, but it's like, do you want your best and highest path? And if you want to do that, what does it take to maintain that? Because as you break the rules in this particular game you're playing, the X button to jump. So don't press nothing else. I mean, what you doing? You wondering why it's not working. It's because you're not pressing the right button. Just, the limitation of I don't have enough money, and these thoughts create a resistance. It creates an emotional reaction. Emotions just isn't feelings. Emotions is energy in motion. MC squared, all this makes structure. I see what he was trying to say, or she was trying to say, but it's kind of like you create the physical. This is, now we talk about metaphysical. So we got meta, which is the virtual or spiritual world, same thing. And they kind of reverse engineered reality itself. That's why computers, we can experience things in virtual reality, because it's a part of our reality. We can only experience what's in our reality. Nothing can really hurt us in our reality, and nothing can really hold us back, because we're always controlling our reality. We are what we say we are, and we have much power, and it's unlimited possibilities as of what we want to say. Eventually, when you let your resistance go, maybe you'll turn purple, because that's the color you want to be. That's very silly, but it's just like really that simple, and I'll be wondering, what can we do? When Jesus said, greater works shall we do, it's like what it was saying is you're going to think of so much more, and you're going to have so much more opportunity. It's just beautiful. It's unfolding beautifully. Even the negative parts are teaching people. When you die, you come back in. That's true. But they want you to keep coming because they want you to create this realm This is a very dense realm. And the density is probably because of the word creation, the word structure. You know, we kind of lowered our vibration in a sense. But like I said, you know, what if I just be wondering, like, what if I had a kid that just never watched TV? You know, they're watching TV in daycare. I said, ah, fuck it. But I'd be wondering, like, what if it's just a child that just is not stimulated by that junk? You know, because now as my child has started to watch the TV, now she has these concepts that aren't even from me, that aren't even healthy. She's scared of stuff that doesn't exist. False evidence appearing real. And it's really the same thing in the sense of what you're trying to create. Because it's almost like you might be creating more of the energy within the nervous system of resistance. Instead of flow. You know, and your reality is going to send people. That's how you know you're breaking through. Because somebody going to say the ops and opposition and resistance and people, you got to... But it's like, I'm like, damn, you know what's so funny about it all? We expect it. Why do we expect a problem? Like, what is it? Why do we, you know, was it the television that told us we're going to have an issue? Was it our family or parents? See, as young people, we don't know we're creators. That's why we need to set this up as curriculum. Make everyone energetically responsible. Educate them. They're going to do bad shit anyway. I mean, you might as well be able to have people defend themselves. Some people have died from people putting black magic on people. And they're going to get their karma. You know, it's so funny. It's like they just can't stand it when you're in a flow state. But I'm starting to believe we created that. Lifetime after lifetime. Something called a handler. This new word now. I mean, it's old, but we're using it now. You know, it wasn't never no rules. It wasn't never no elite and more money and this and that. You know, people had more resources, control over the resources. I mean, it's just, we all equals in the pot. What's up now? And I'm not trying to be hurtful and I'm not trying to be funny, but like almost everybody broke. Like, and I'm not even saying like I'm broke, I don't have abundance, but I'm saying like I did spend some money at the store and I did get less stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, like it's starting to catch up to me, like, okay, these eggs are $4. Like, I mean, that's great compared to what they were and where they are at other places. Some places it's like $12 for eggs, really. Alaska's ridiculous. Hawaii ridiculous. There was a lot of stuff in the media. Oh, the docks, the port, the shit is not coming in. Oh my God, terrorists, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this is, you know, this is an energetic reality. So, you know, the unfortunate part is if we really lose, it's because somebody's trying to fucking do it to us. I'm not really into blaming other people either. I love to take responsibility for things. It gives me the power to control my reality. But it's like you just have to admit that you've really been in captivity in a lot of ways. I don't think that's a choice. I definitely think that we can vibrate out of captivity, and we are. But let's get into generational curses and how they can, you know, keep you from doing that. Now, whether these generational curses have been set upon you from another group of people or a deity that one of your ancestors didn't do right by someone did magic and your family is hitting you. It's all types of levels to this shit. And a lot of the people in my Christian church from back in the day might not understand that I had to take this journey because I asked Jesus Christ. I said, what is wrong with my family? And I believe my sister put black magic on my whole family, especially my father's side. See, it's like you can act like people got mental problems and you know, you keep messing with them. You know what I mean? And it's like just time to understand. They might be the fucking devil. It would behoove you to find out from a psychic reader, a prophetess, however you want to do it. Like I said, I don't believe anything in your reality can harm you if you believe you're okay. I definitely feel like God is the one facilitating all psychic responses. We need to start to set these things up in our lives for real, y'all. And I know you can call Keen, and I know you get on the online chat, and you on the pick the cards. But that's really not going to do it. You guys really need to go to a priestess, a priest, in a bodega. You know, because I'm just like, if it wasn't for these people, I would not rise to my potential. I wouldn't be safe. I wouldn't be protected. I wouldn't be connected. I wouldn't understand. These Santerios and Santerias have formed a bridge for me. Where now I have a structure to my spiritual walk and my practice. I understand energy, elements, science, what's happening, people, psychology. I just listen to my heart. Just sometimes you got to listen to your heart. You have to be stubborn. Because it's like somebody going to tell you, these handlers, they're going to tell you, oh, don't play with that, don't do that. But it's like they haven't experienced that. They don't understand. And like I said, I feel like God chose me to really take a look at what's happening and how to defend my people. This going to be some new shit. How y'all going to sit up there in the Catholic Church and burn sage and all this stuff? Sage, Palo Santo, frankincense, and myrrh. I think it's something else like rosemary or something in those little balls, and they go smoke out the church from demons, and it's just such a beautiful feeling. And I've been in the Christian church where they light the white candles, and everybody's got their little thing, but I see it's all separated. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give away too many secrets. My thing is like this. You got that, and let's not forget baptism. You got all that going on. Baptism, spiritual bath, white candles. You can do that at home. Prophets are psychics. So, like, we've debunked it. I'm reaching out to the old church members. I'm saying it's imperative. It's like, I have not been overtaken by demons. It's nothing like that. It's more like you get in contact with your ancestors. Like, I know my grandmother's name. And even though we were all calling her by her nickname while she was here with us, rest her soul, no matter what everybody went through, I still love my grandma. See, and I'm getting a message. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I would not have acknowledged the feelings, the energies. I would not have been able to tune in and use my divine spiritual technology if I kept blocking and negating and resisting the divine call, because when I asked a question, I got an answer. And it was like, well, this is what's happening. We doing faces in 2025 because it's like we're sending telepathic messages. We can't say much. Lower entities, we don't want them to hear everything. My lower, y'all go ahead. My high vibration people, y'all know what that means. Like the witchcraft they was doing, let's just say they was using human blood. And we going to stop right there. Because it's just like I said, it's so much I could say. But it's like, I be thinking to myself, I'm like, I got kids. I have, my love in my life. I'm trying to work things out with him. Knowing my sister threw black magic at us and shit. And all the thousands of dollars I had to spend to remove it. I mean, me and my mom are fucking taken aback. Because I'm telling you, from my uncle, I'm not going to even say names and shit. Like, I don't even know where this video going to go at. I don't care if y'all played me or not. I don't give a fuck what happened. What y'all think of me, we all grown here. And that image to a pole shit and that pretentious stuff, like, I really can't get with that right now. All the cussing on, I gotta be open and be myself. Yo, when I fucking say that bitch, like, I know for a fact, and I have paper proof, like, I really want to expose this bitch. Like, y'all really don't understand what's happening. It's like, I really don't know. It's like some federal court case shit. Like, I don't know if my sister did some shit. My sister's diabolical. I've caught her stalking me, tapping my electronics, hacking me, doing things. Bro, I have a story. This is just about generational curse. You know what I mean? Like, we're just on that part. Because, see, like, I'm trying to break this shit down. When God shows you something and tells you something, try to believe it. Please, I'm begging you. Because if I would have handled it, and it's crazy because you grow up in everybody grow up in church and they like, don't fuck with the tarot, don't fuck with don't call no psychic. Oh, and then it's like you find out this shit is what frees you. Like, yo, hello, y'all need to find out everything about the people around you because you be able to protect yourself. And then when you talking to the readers, you start to understand that you already knew that information. So now you get to listen to that sensation and that resonance that you had. Are y'all listening to me? I really pray to God that y'all stayed to the end of this video, please. I need y'all to like, share, and subscribe. This is about using internal divine technology. This is about finally fucking healing and understanding what happened to us as brown, light, dark, tan people, whatever the fuck, whoever's watching this video, whatever color you are, your family might be suffering from a curse. I mean, these evil eyes, I wear them every day. These are the Ephraim angels, I think, from the Bible that they were talking about. I wear these every day. These put you back on your destiny. They help support the chakras, just depending on what type it is and what color it is. You know what I mean? Like, I might get a rainbow one, and that does everything. But the one solid ones, they like, okay, so the black is to keep you grounded. The blue is to help you with your third eye, keep it open. You know, like, nobody can really hit you with the spells when you got this on. Like, me and my babe, or, we carry this shit, religiously. And this right here represents so much to me. Like, these beads have saved my life. I don't see how y'all can walk around with a cross on and you don't got this on. It says, anoint yourself with oil. Did Jesus mean magical oil? There's different oils that are mixed with herbs that are cooked down. And you can use that to curse somebody. You can use root magic and rituals to curse people. You can use sigils. Trust, you're getting cursed if you're watching horror films, if you're watching action films and gore. Because it puts a stress on the body. It fucks the nervous system up so you can't manifest shit. It just crosses your path because it gives you the psychological feeling that you need to protect yourself and put you in a state of survival, so you're in constant consumerism, consuming. I'm not talking about, oh, I got the munchies. I'm not talking about I'm pregnant. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm fat, I like to eat. Consumerism is buying anything that would make you feel better because you're in a state of constant shock, or, you know, like, you don't feel it, shock, a lot, you know? I got in a car accident, and I just kept going. I just really wanted to walk away from that fucking car. And when that guy hit me, he got out the car like, what you doing, shorty? And I said, that's the most ignorant response a man can ever give me. I just got seriously hurt. And that's what he has to say to me. Y'all, are you tired of dickheads and assholes? We can change the world. I mean, I don't think it's safe to argue with a motherfucker like that. So, you know, he's already being unreasonable. So I just said, I ain't gonna speak. Sometimes I don't even argue with people. Because it's like, don't be stupid. You know, and oh, don't argue with fools. I mean, like, if I gotta check somebody, cool, but like, come on, why should I waste my breath? This could be the devil. And I'm talking about low vibrational energy, not a character. I believe the character of the devil was a representation in human form to help people understand